Welcome back to the NSAA State Basketball Tournament. 1 quarter to go in this semifinal. 43-37, Crete leading it over Skutt Catholic, the team that knocked them out last year in the state semifinals. This time Crete has the lead. And right now it's McDowell, Aiden McDowell with 24 points, going up against Brock Scholl, who has 20. It is a phenomenal game for both players. Fans trying to get loud here to begin the fourth quarter, and Crete will start with the ball. 8 minutes to go here on Old Red. This is going to get quite hectic here in the final 8. And Gardner's double team near the half-court line. It's a zone trying to trap defense applied by Skutt. Crete doesn't look like they're ready for it. Eggy now needs help. Finds Gardner. He's trapped near the half-court line. They find Bowling underneath. Swing to the left side for McDowell. And McDowell has the ball now. 10 on the shot clock. Eggy, left side 3, wide open. No good. Gardner grabs the board underneath. Gardner underneath, and he's fouled down low. That's the 4th foul on George Siebel.
Oh, God.
And Gardner gets a clutch offensive rebound.
I mean, the one thing when Skutt came out that defensively, double teaming whoever had the ball, they let 2 things happen there that you just can't let happen. Either they let Aiden McDowell get an open 3 for 1, and then they allow an offensive rebound and a foul. I mean, that's got to be just so frustrating for Kyle Juergens.
First free throw, though, by Gardner is no good. That was a great game plan out of the break by Kyle Juergens. I mean, Crete did not look like they were ready to go up against a trap defense.
Yeah,
to begin the quarter.
Unfortunately for Skutt, they let too many things go wrong there too.
Well, Bowling checks out of the game, and in for him is Verdon. Here's the second shot from the line. Good by Gardner, who has 6 points and failed to score in the first quarter, but he's been doing good in the next 2. 44-37 Crete, they lead by 7. About 7:20 to play in the fourth. Van Dyke, weave action now, getting it for Lindemann. Swings it to the left side for Van Dyke. Drives baseline inside. And we get a foul on the floor. It's going to go on Sweetalk. And for Sweetalk, I think that's going to be his first. Yep. His first personal. That's the thing with Crete. Not many players on their team are in foul trouble, which is good for the Cardinals. Here's the inbound from the right side of the basket on the baseline. They get it over to Van Dyke. Bounce pass to the top of the key for Lindemann. Left side pass to Kyle Cannon, who's back in the game. Gives it to Linderman. Back to Van Dyke. Wide open 3, left side. It's short. Rebound tipped up in the air. Fought for underneath. Linderman got the ball underneath. And we get a jump ball. Possession favoring Skutt Catholic. And it will stay here with the Skyhawks with a fresh shot clock and a minute into the fourth quarter.
A lot of Skutt fans wanted a foul there, too. I actually thought they tied him up as well, but gave the Cardinals benefit of the doubt to the officials.
Linderman finds Cannon, top of the key. Swings it to the right for Linderman. Gets a screen from Scholl. Linderman drives it in, puts up the floater, and it gets it off glass. A great shot by Linderman, who puts up his first 2 points of the game. McDowell gets it to Sweetalk. Back over to McDowell. They're going to have a little bit of trouble with this full court pressure, getting it across the half-court line. They got to get it across, and Siski has to call a timeout as the 10-second violation was near. Wow, so fans are saying, look at the shot clock. There is 25 seconds on the shot clock. That could have been a 10-second violation. Crete might have gotten bailed out. 6:37 to go in the fourth. We'll be back after this. 44-39. Crete leads it over Skutt Catholic on Old Red. Welcome back to the NSAA State Basketball Tournament. We want to remind you that after this on Old Red, our doubleheader continues with another Class B state semifinal game. We expect tip-off to be at 3:15. Doesn't look promising at this point with the way this game is kind of drawn out a little more than expected in the second half. It's number 3 Scottsbluff Bearcats against the number 2 Norris Titans. Scottsbluff got a big 58-51 win over Roncalli Catholic yesterday in the late game, and it was an overtime win for Norris, 61-56 over Bennington. Don't miss that. Up next on Old Red. Stay tuned for the start time for that one when this one ends, essentially. With these state tournament games, they got to wait till the prior game ends to start. Sometimes they don't start on time. Crete starts with the ball, leading by 5. Minute and a half into the fourth. Gardner now swings it to the left side for Verdon. Verdon back up top for McDowell. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Verdon swings it to the side for Gardner. Needs to put up a shot here. Gardner has a mismatch down low. Puts up the fadeaway jumper at the buzzer. It's an air ball. Shot clock violation. And great defense by Skutt, who are keeping themselves in this game. We knew this game would be close. And it's just a 5-point game. And Skutt has the ball.
5-point game, but it really feels like Crete is up by more. I mean, Skutt's hit a couple of threes, and they've gotten to the line a few times to make it a little close. But Crete's playing, I think, much better than Skutt has been. Much more rhythmic on offense.
Well, a three-pointer for Skutt would go a long way on this possession. Van Dyke goes down low, almost stolen, but Scholl has it. Finds the post player. It's Kyle Cannon underneath. Puts up the tough layup. Shot won't fall. Rebound inside by Scholl underneath. Skutt gets the rebound, and we get a foul. That's going to be on the floor. It's going to go on Crete. I think this one's going to be on Trace Eggy.
Yeah, again,
Trace Eggy. They don't actually have him up.
Yeah, it was on Eggy. It was whatever. I think it's a fourth on him. Or is that his third?
Third,
yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, again, unfortunate you got the foul, but again, great defense in the paint by Crete.
Cannon trying to look for help. Linderman has it in the right corner off the inbound. Linderman back up top now, gets it to O'Doherty. Back over to the right for Linderman, who's been a big factor off the bench. Here is the pass to Van Dyke, top of the key. Drives it on Eggy. Van Dyke going inside. Converts the and one with the left hand. And Van Dyke with 10 points. Like I said, Jake, a three-pointer or a three-point play would go a long way. It could be it is a one-possession game, but it could be a two-point game if Van Dyke hits this free throw.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a foul there was there. I mean, Eggy kind of just stood his ground. I think the ball handler drove in, just initiated the contact more than anything.
Van Dyke misses the free throw. Eggy grabs the board. Crete has numbers, 3-on-2. Verdon finds McDowell on the cut, lays it up. No good on the layup by McDowell. 3-point game. They get it ahead for Brock Scholl. Putting his head down and driving it to the rim. He's fouled by Gardner. McDowell near the half-court line puts his hands up in frustration. And it'll be two shots here for Brock Scholl. That's Justice Gardner's third.
Yeah. So you got him with 3, you have Eggy with 4.
No, I think, Eggy does have 4. They didn't. Okay. First free throw's good for Scholl. He's up to 21 points. So Eggy has to check out. Coming in is Carter Resney. What a high-stakes game for Carter Resney, a sophomore, to come into and play. This would make it a one-point game if Scholl can make this with 5:19 to go in the fourth. Second free throw on the way. No good. Rebound by Gardner. So it's 44-42 Crete as Gardner brings it ahead slowly. 5 minutes to play in the fourth. Gardner has the ball as the Skutt fans chanting defense to our right, the student section. They get it to Gardner, top of the key. Gardner gets a screen. Has a ton of space to shoot. Doesn't choose to, though. McDowell has it. Gets a screen from Gardner. Swings it in the right corner for Verdon. Puts up a 3. Hit the side of the backboard. Rebound falls to Kyle Cannon. Up ahead, Cannon goes the other way. Lays it up. It's short. Rebound by Scholl. It's up and good with the right hand. And Scholl has 23, and the game is tied up at 44 with 4.5 to play in the fourth.
You knew the run was going to come from Skutt. It's all about weathering the storm, and Gardner gets fouled.
Yeah, Gardner got fouled near the half-court line on a blocking foul on Will O'Doherty. Crete, Jake, they just don't look comfortable right now out there against Skutt's defense, which has played very well.
Yeah.
They've shut down Aiden McDowell, which has been really, really a big factor.
Yeah, just 3 points for him in the second half. You know, I got to think a guy like Justice Gardner's got to get going. I mean, I know they got 3.
A steal on the other end. Brock Scholl to the rim. Dunks it with 2 hands. And Skutt leads. Well, what has happened to Crete right now? Well, they might need a timeout.
I'll tell you what happened. They've turned the ball over. 7 second-half turnovers. I had 3 at the half.
Resney to McDowell. Gets it across the half-court line. Almost got fouled. Tony Siski calls a timeout. Skutt on a big run. Leads by 2. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. Skutt Catholic leads 46-44 over Crete. How can the Cardinals respond? We'll find out next on O-Red. Welcome back to the NSAA State Basketball Tournament. Stay tuned for the stop of the game, brought to you by Stop and Shop at the end of the game. Skutt leads by 2. Here's the thing, Jake, with the absence of Ben Ehlers because of that injury yesterday, Crete has struggled to stop Brock Scholl down low, who has 25 points. Leads all scorers in the game.
Yeah, I think you got to get a guy like Theo Bowling in there. I mean, get your big lineup out, especially now with Crete with a 2-point lead.
McDowell drives on the left, kicks it back out to Gardner. Gardner drives it inside. Well defended, kicks it back out. They work it around to Resney, right side. 13 on the shot clock. Resney kicks it in the corner now. They get it back out to Gardner. 9 on the shot clock. Gardner pump fakes, needs help. 4 on the shot clock. They get it down to Sweet Talk in the post, puts up the tough shot. Great defense by Skutt, hits the bottom of the rim and no good. Up ahead comes Skutt now. Left side three-pointer from the corner. Oh, and it rims in and out by Van Dyke. Lucky break for Crete. They left Van Dyke wide open. Here comes McDowell the other way. 2-point lead for Skutt. McDowell almost lost the ball. Here's Sweet Talk splitting the defenders, driving it on his left hand. Goes under the rim. Needs help. He picked up his dribble. Bounce pass to Resny, right side. Resny, little dribble move. Gets separation. Wow. And they call a foul on Carter Resny.
Yeah, they call
that. Was a really, really questionable foul called.
Yeah, I'd like to see the replay. I don't know how much he actually did. Here's the replay. I don't think the defender had his feet set. I mean, it definitely would have been if he had his feet set, but I don't think he did.
Crete fans rising to their feet. They trail by 2 with 3 minutes to go in the fourth. This is what state champions do. How clutch can Crete be late in the game against a state champion team in Skutt Catholic? Looking around to the left for Kyle Cannon. Gets a screen. Cannon now has Gardner on him. Cannon drives baseline. Picks up his dribble. Left side three-pointer on the way. It's short. Van Dyke underneath on the rebound. He puts it in. Van Dyke was the first to the ball on the air ball. Skutt leads by 4. Up ahead comes Sweet Talk the other way. Kicks it to the right corner for Verdon. Down low to Sweet Talk. He has nobody between him and the basket, and he misses a mid-range shot, but we get a foul off the ball. It's going to go on Will O'Doherty as he sent McDowell to the ground.
Yeah, that was a physical play. I mean, there were 2 guys going for the rebound. I think McDowell hitting the deck probably sold the foul a little bit more, but that's a break for Crete. Now you got to have a bucket here.
Want to mention that Skutt's in the bonus. McDowell left side 3. It won't go. Rebound by Kyle Cannon. 2:19 to go. 4-point deficit for the Cardinals. Kyle Cannon now wasting the clock. They're in no rush. Linderman has been a big factor off the bench. He has the ball now. Crete can't foul here. They'd put Skutt to the line for 2. Swing it to the left for Connor. Back up top near the half-court line for O'Doherty. O'Doherty gets the switch. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Kyle Cannon, who's going to take the shot here? Drives it on his left. Gets to the rim. And we get a blocking foul on. It's going to go on Gardner. And Skutt goes to the line for 2 shots here. Could this be the way that Skutt essentially puts this game to bed? They already lead by 4, and with 1:49 to go, Cannon can make it a 6-point game.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of time left, and you've got a guy like McDowell who can get hot in a hurry, but yeah, it's just been a bad turnaround for Crete here. I mean, 8 second-half turnovers at 11 now in the game. They only had 3 at half.
His first shot good for Cannon. This is unfortunately how much Crete misses a guy like Ehlers in this game. It's 2 for 2 from Cannon. He hypes up the crowd after the free throw. Crete needs a basket right now. 1:45 to go in the fourth. They trail by 6. If anybody has to do it, it's got to be McDowell, but he gives it up to Gardner at the top of the key. They find McDowell. 3-pointer right side on the way. No good.
He got hit on the arm.
Rebound by Scholl. And now Skutt can bring this clock all the way down. We get a timeout by Skutt. Kyle Juergens calls it. Skutt looking to put this game to bed and show why they're state champions. 50-44, they lead it over Crete. 1:25 to go in the fourth. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to the NSAA State Basketball Tournament. 1:25 to go in the fourth. Skutt Catholic leads it over Crete, 50-44. In this Class B bracket, we haven't seen an upset yet. All of the higher seeds have won. This could be the first one. It would be a 4 seed over a 1 seed. And let's see what Crete can do. They need something to show why they're undefeated. And here we go. Kyle Cannon has the ball. 1:20 to go in the fourth. Crete showing full court, kind of a trap defense. Van Dyke back up top to O'Doherty. Left side Linderman into the left corner for Van Dyke. That pass almost stolen. Get it back to Cannon. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Cannon. He can hit these shots, but Verdon stripped it away. Van Dyke puts up a shot at the buzzer. Shot won't go. Rebound's up for grabs, and Skutt grabs the rebound. Kyle Cannon is going to call a timeout as he was trapped in the right corner. That right there is going to make things so much more difficult for Crete down the stretch. We'll keep it here on All Red. 54.4 seconds to go in the fourth. And Skutt, because of that offensive rebound, has now 32 seconds on the shot clock. If they want to, they can bring it down as far as 22 seconds to go in the game before they put up their shot.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we talked about it at half. We knew Kyle Juergens was going to have a plan on Aiden McDowell. He has 3 points in the second half, had 21 in the first. They've been double teaming him. Crete hasn't really had much luck going down low either. They haven't gotten to the free throw line much. I mean, they're only 3 of 4 at the line. Skutt's attempted 16 free throws to Crete's 4. I mean, that's a big difference in the ball game right there. And Skutt's playing a lot more aggressive right now. I mean, Crete's trying. They're doing what they can. But they're going to need to try and get a steal here and a couple of quick threes. Now, the benefit for Crete is they have a guy like Aiden McDowell who can hit threes in a hurry. I mean, we've seen him hit them from K-State range here at PBA today, but we're going to need to see a couple of those in the next at least 54 seconds, but it's definitely in the next 20 or 30.
Well, Crete, a team that has this season won 18 of their 25 contests by 21 or more points, hasn't been tested quite like this yet. And Skutt is showing why it's hard to beat a team 3 times. Well, Skutt's showing it's hard to beat a team 2 times in one season. Here's the inbound now. Let's see if they can get it in. And they do. It's Scholl who has it. He's getting pressured by Theo Bowling, and they get a reach-in foul. And it'll be Brock Scholl going to the line. One of the things coming into this game for Crete was how could they shut down Brock Scholl, who is averaging 20 points per game and had a great game yesterday against Elkhorn. Haven't done too well shutting them down, Jake. 25 points for Scholl today. Yeah,
I mean, that was the key for me before the game was try and keep him under 20 points, and they were not able to do that. It looked like they had it pretty well and maintained in the first half, but now he's up to 26, hits the first.
First free throw good. 7-point game, biggest lead of the game for Skutt Catholic. I want to remind you after the conclusion of this game, we'll have a doubleheader on All Red. It'll be number 3 Scottsbluff against number 2 Norris in the second semifinal. Second shot here. Rolls in for Scholl. 27 on the game. Who's going to take the shot here? Crete needs one desperately. 48 seconds to go. They trail by 8. McDowell kicks it up top. Eggy lets a 3 fire. Top of the key. Got it. Trace Eggy hits a big 3. Timeout, Crete. Yeah, it's back down to a 5-point deficit, 52-47 with 41 seconds to go in the fourth.
Yeah, I mean, down by 5. Now comes the cat and mouse game of do you foul, do you not?
And
how do you avoid the foul? Man, it's tough. I mean, Skutt's a really good free throw shooting team. I mean, of the guys on the floor, you would probably think you'd want to get Linderman or somebody like that hasn't gone to the line much and hasn't scored much today. But there's not really a right answer because you would think the big man, Brock Scholl, would be the guy that you'd want to foul. He's a leading scorer in the ball game right now. I mean, he's got 27. So it's a tough question. I think you got to foul whoever gets the ball first, though.
Well, stay tuned for a stop of the game brought to you by Stop and Shop at the end of the game. Crete needs a stop right now.
Yeah.
They don't even need a stop. They need a steal. At this point, what more can you do with 41 seconds to go? There's a 6 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. What more can you do if you're Crete than just foul Skutt and hope that they miss free throws? At this point, you got to get a steal in some way, shape, or form. And then the even bigger challenge, you got to hit a 3 and make it a 2-point game. It's going to be tough for Crete, but they're 26-0 for a reason.
Yeah, and they've
also
been
Skutt Catholic are the defending champions for a reason.
Yeah, but Crete's been able to turn Skutt over a lot. I mean, Skutt's got 13 turnover. They only average 11 a game, so they've been able to turn them over. We'll see what they do with this press.
They inbound the ball to Scholl. Scholl trying to get it ahead. He's trapped. He needs help. He gets it up. Cannon. Long football pass ahead. Linderman. Oh, he got lucky. Linderman got lucky. He almost lost the ball and threw it off of Sweetalk and out of bounds. That was almost exactly what Crete wanted, and Skutt got very, very lucky on that play.
Yeah, that took about 10 seconds off the clock.
Yeah. Kyle Cannon has the ball. They're going to intentionally foul him. McDowell is going to have to foul him, and McDowell picks up his second. Oh, surely this isn't the way the season ends for Crete. I mean, they were leading almost the entire game. They were playing so well. And Skutt went on a big run like they always do, like they did yesterday against Elkhorn. First shot for Cannon is good, and Skutt almost doesn't even look fazed by having to shoot these free throws late in this game. 29.4 seconds to go in the fourth.
Well, Kyle, can say that Skutt is inevitable at times.
They are so inevitable. No matter how their season goes, they always somehow find their way to the semifinals, the state tournament, whatever you see. Here's Cannon making it 2 for 2. 7-point game. Aiden McDowell, it's up to him if he wants to start making some shots here. They're wasting some valuable time here as they're working around the three-point line. Trace Egge from the right side hit the backboard. Rebound by Scholl. And a foul on Crete. That might be the dagger. As the Omaha Skutt fans are cheering behind us and the players are hype. Like Jake said, Omaha Skutt in the state championship game almost seems inevitable at this point.
Yeah.
Every single year they seem to always make it.
The adjustment of the game, I guarantee you what it'll be for me is how Kyle Juergens stopped Aiden McDowell. I don't think McDowell wanted to go after that much contact. I mean, I really do. And the way that they guarded, I think they were sensing that Crete was having a little too much space, and now the man-to-man, up full court man, and the press, just Crete couldn't handle it.
Second free throw, no good after the first free throw was made by Scholl. 29 points for Scholl. McDowell up ahead. The ball stolen by Kyle Cannon. And with 10 seconds left, Crete's not going to foul. This is heartbreak for the Cardinals. And down goes number 1. There will be no undefeated champion. Skutt Catholic is going back to the NSAA state championship game for another season. They'll look to defend their crown. And the Crete Cardinals will be very happy with one of the historic seasons in their team history. Aiden McDowell did all he could, finishes with 24 points, and finishes off his senior season as one of the all-time greats at Crete High School. We'll be back for our post-game show after this. Skutt beats Crete 55-47 in heartbreak fashion. We'll be back for the post-game after this on All Red.